Hey gang, what's up? Welcome back here to another edition of Intuitive Angling, and really appreciate you guys checking the video out. Even the haters or the hardcore fans, everybody's welcome here, so thanks for stopping by for a little bit. Guys, today I'm going to tell you a little bit about the epic day I had fishing that big megabass Canada jerkbait a couple days ago on Table Rock, and really going to explain to you guys about how it opened my eyes to how versatile of a warmer weather jerkbait that this thing is. I'm going to give you guys some tips and advice to fish it. I think it's going to add up to some good fish for you guys. And real quick before you guys get started here, I'll put the Baitworks link in the description for the Canada. They have a big selection at Baitworks. You guys can get them there. And also just wanted to give you guys a reminder, anyone interested in booking an on-the-water lesson with me, just shoot me a private message on my Facebook page, Randy Blockett, Professional Angler, for all the details on that. Much appreciated. Okay, guys, here was the deal. I was down practicing for the BFL tournament last week down at Table Rock Lake, and the last Wednesday I had an on-the-water lesson, and we were just finessing around and, you know, shaky head and Ned rigs and that type of stuff and catching fish like that. And then the only practice day I had Friday to practice down there. So I spent I was sort of, wanting to fish a little bit more off-colored water a little bit. And so I spent about the first 3 or 4 hours just pitching and flipping stuff around shallow targets, did some shallow cranking. And about probably noon on Friday, I pulled out the big Canada jerkbait here, the giant one, and started fishing that thing up there. And guys, between 12 o'clock, I took off the water a little after 3:30. Between 12 o'clock and about 3:30, I caught over 40 fish on the Canada here. And I had most of them were 13 to 16 inches long. My biggest 5 would have probably weighed 11 pounds. But guys, it opened my eyes to how unbelievable this thing is for conditions that are a little warmer than what most people think about jerkbaits. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about why that is, and then I'll get into a little background. Most people consider jerkbait fishing to be a colder water technique, which is excellent during colder water techniques. And it's only been the past few years that we've realized that a jerkbait is a 12-month out of the year bait. And one of the things about the Canada, like this is a big one, this is a giant jerkbait. This thing's over 7 inches long. It's flat, fairly flat. It doesn't really have a round profile. And it puts off a tremendous amount of flash in the water. I mean, it just flashes and darts, like I've never seen a jerkbait that flashes and darts like this thing does. So what happens is one of the things why this thing is so good, and why larger jerkbaits in general are good in the warmer water, is the fact that they generate a reaction strike for bass that are a little bit more aggressive. So the way that I was fishing this the other day is I had it on a 7 foot 2 inch megabass perfect pitch rod, 17-pound test Seagar and Vizix line, and I was jerking it boom, 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 boom hard and not stopping it, boom, 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 boom. And this thing was just like this everywhere across the water. And those fish had come up and just absolutely like to take the rod out of your hand. I really don't know why I didn't catch better ones. Maybe those better fish just weren't up in that water column. But catching over 40 fish on this jerkbait, it showed me how the fish are not distracted by a large bait like this if you're capitalizing on that reaction strike. And that's one of the reasons that baits like glide baits, which I fished a bunch yesterday in the tournament, aren't that effective, because a glide bait, it goes to the water like this and the fish can get a real good look at it. But when you're jerking the crap out of this Canada side like that, they don't have time to look at it. They have to react instantly, decide if they wanted to eat it or not. Now, to be honest, guys, in the past, I've thrown the Canada since it came out, and I've caught probably, I'm going to guess, a total of about 50 fish on it over the last 3 years since it's been out. This was the best day I had on it. If I would have went out from daylight till dark, I'm convinced I could have caught 100 fish on this thing. And most people would think that on a big bait you can't catch that many fish, but it showed me how this thing generates a reaction strike from a bass like none other. And it all sizes of fish, like I said, probably out of the 40 fish I caught, I think I had maybe 7 over 15 inches, and the rest were like 13 to 14 inches. So the smaller fish will hit it too. So anyway, guys, I just wanted to do this video. I don't really even know why I should be doing it. This thing's so good. I really should probably try to keep it to myself a little bit. But go get you some. Like I said, I'll put the Baitworks link in the description. You guys can order them there. And I'm gonna try a lot more, man. I'm gonna definitely. It's gonna be a big part of my arsenal moving forward. I'm guessing this thing, like I said, that I'm gonna really spend more time mastering this thing to a fine art, that I can see from about May until October that the applications for this thing are endless around docks, around whatever type of cover. It didn't matter the other day, guys. I caught them off points, I caught them off gravel banks, I caught them off rock banks. It didn't make any difference. You know, most of the fish were probably in 3 to 5 foot of water. It was unbelievable. I probably should have went up there in the tournament yesterday, but just wanted to clue you in on that, guys. Hope it helps out, and we'll talk later.